Have you ever noticed how India just seems to have a festival for everything?
Yeah, it's pretty striking, isn't it?
Like, I think most countries celebrate maybe like 5 or 10 big holidays a year tops.
Right.
But India has over 100 major festivals.
Wow, yeah.
Every single year.
That's incredible.
So welcome to the Deep Dive, where we unpack complex topics and really get to the heart of the matter.
Absolutely.
Today we are doing a deep dive into the question, why does India seem to always be in a festive mood?
I love that question.
What is it about their culture that makes celebration such a central part of life?
It's a really fascinating question.
So to figure this out, we're going to start by comparing India's festival count to the rest of the world.
Okay.
Just to see like how exceptional it actually is.
Right.
And then we'll look at some of the reasons behind this packed calendar.
Yeah.
Like the historical, the cultural, the philosophical factors that sort of drive this incredible density of celebrations. And of course, we have to talk about some of the unique festivals that you probably won't find anywhere else.
Definitely.
And we'll even touch on those big non-religious celebrations too.
Great.
So let's jump right in. First, let's get a global perspective.
Yeah.
How many festivals does India actually celebrate compared to other countries?
Well, officially, India has over 30 national festivals that are celebrated across the whole country.
30. It's already a lot more than most countries.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not even the whole story, because then on top of that, you have hundreds of regional festivals.
Yeah.
Each one with its own traditions and its own significance.
So you're saying like hundreds on top of the 30 national ones.
Yeah.
That's wild. To put that in perspective,
Yeah.
how many festivals do other countries typically celebrate?
Well, you know, the U.S., the U.K., China, Japan, those kind of countries usually have somewhere between 5 and 15
15.
major festivals per year.
Okay, so that really puts India in its own category.
It really does.
Like they were not even playing the same game.
And you know what's really interesting about that is because there are just so many festivals happening all the time.
Yeah.
And all across these different regions, it's statistically very likely that at any given moment somewhere in India, there's a celebration going on.
Like always.
It's a continuous cycle of festivity that's really pretty much unparalleled.
It's like a permanent party.
Kind of, yeah.
So why is that? Why is celebration such a big deal in India?
Well, one key reason is India's incredible religious diversity.
Okay, that makes sense. It's like a melting pot of different faiths, right?
Exactly. Yeah. India is actually the birthplace of 4 major world religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism.
Wow.
And each of those religions has its own long history, its own important figures, its own spiritual events. And a lot of those are celebrated through festivals.
So you have like all these different religious calendars kind of overlapping.
Right. It all adds up.
Contributing to that huge number of celebrations.
Yes, exactly.
But it's not just religion, right?
No, you also have to factor in India's amazing cultural diversity.
Right. Like India is not just one big homogenous thing.
Not at all. It's a mix of all these different cultural regions, each with its own vibrant identity.
And they all celebrate in their own way.
Exactly. Each state and even smaller regions within those states have developed their own unique customs, rituals, traditions over centuries.
So it's not just one way to celebrate even within the same religion.
Right. A perfect example of that is Diwali.
Diwali, the festival of lights.
Yes. Now, Diwali is celebrated all across India.
Yeah, everyone loves Diwali.
It's a major holiday. But the actual rituals they perform, the kinds of sweets they make, even the specific stories they emphasize can be very different.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Between North and South India, for instance.
It's like the same festival, but with all these regional variations.
Exactly. It's like this underlying theme with a ton of different cultural flavors.
I love that. It's like a kaleidoscope of celebrations.
Yeah.
But it's not just religion and culture, is it?
No, there's another really important factor: agriculture.
Ah, yes. India has always had a deep connection to the land.
Right. For centuries, India has been primarily an agricultural society. And that relationship with nature is super evident in their festivals.
So you have a lot of harvest festivals.
Oh, tons. Like Pongal in Tamil Nadu, Bihu in Assam in Kerala.
Yeah.
These are all huge celebrations, all tied to the agricultural calendar.
Like celebrating the end of the harvest season.
Exactly. Giving thanks for a successful crop.
It's a way to acknowledge that dependence on the land.
Right. It's like a ritual for ensuring future prosperity and sustenance.
It's interesting how it all ties together: the religion, the culture, the way people live off the land.
Yeah, it's all interconnected.
So is there anything else that contributes to this celebratory spirit?
Well, there's one more thing that's really important. the Indian philosophy of life.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Well, in Indian culture, there's a big emphasis on celebrating the whole of life.
Like everything.
Yeah, not just the happy times, but also acknowledging transitions, even commemorating death.
Oh, wow.
For example, the rituals and ceremonies around death are seen as a very natural part of life.
Interesting.
And they have their own traditions and practices.
Like a holistic perspective. You know?
Exactly. Celebration and remembrance are woven into the fabric of existence.
That's beautiful. It's like they're celebrating the entire journey.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've talked about the general reasons for all the festivals, but let's get into some specifics.
Okay.
What are some of the most unique festivals that we probably wouldn't see anywhere else?
Well, there are a bunch, but let's start with the Hornbill Festival in Nagaland.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one. What is it exactly?
So it's a huge annual event where they showcase the rich cultural heritage of all the different Naga tribes.
Right.
You'll see incredible traditional dances, amazing music performances, indigenous sports.
Wow.
And of course, you get to try all the amazing local food.
It sounds like a total cultural immersion.
It is. It's a fantastic way to experience the unique traditions of that region.
I'd love to go to that. And then there's Thaipusam in Tamil Nadu,
Yeah,
which is known for its pretty intense displays of devotion.
it is a very intense festival.
Like what kind of stuff happens there?
Well, it's dedicated to Lord Muruga,
Okay.
and devotees often do these acts of self-mortification as a way to show their devotion,
Self-mortification. Like what does that even mean?
like piercing their skin.
Piercing their skin.
Yeah, their tongues, their cheeks with skewers and things like that.
Ouch.
It's a powerful visual representation of faith and sacrifice.
I can imagine. Definitely not something you see every day.
Right.
And speaking of things you don't see every day, we have to talk about the Kumbh Mela.
Ah, yes, the Kumbh Mela.
It's like the ultimate Indian festival, right?
It's massive. It's this gigantic Hindu pilgrimage that happens every 12 years.
It's been 12 years.
Yeah, it rotates between 4 different riverside locations.
Okay. And what makes it so special?
The scale.
Yeah.
It's actually considered the largest human gathering on Earth.
The largest, really.
Millions and millions of pilgrims come together over the course of several weeks.
Wow, that's mind-boggling. Just imagine the logistics of managing that many people.
Yeah, it's incredible.
And then you have these other festivals that are maybe more localized,
Right.
but just as unique,
Yeah.
like Karva Chauth.
Karva Chauth is beautiful.
What is that one about?
Well, it's mainly observed in North India.
Okay.
Married women fast from sunrise to moonrise.
For a whole day.
Yeah, it's for the well-being and long life of their husbands.
It's a powerful display of dedication.
It really shows the importance of family and marriage in Indian culture.
Then, of course, there's Lathmar Holi,
Ah, yes, Lathmar Holi.
the one where the women chase the men with sticks.
That's the one.
It sounds so much fun.
It is. It's a really lively and colorful event full of playful interaction.
Okay.
It's a unique twist on the Holi celebrations.
There's like a regional variation.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It really highlights the local customs and traditions.
And it shows how festivals can be both traditional and super fun at the same time.
Exactly.
So it's clear that India has this incredible cycle of celebrations that seems to never end.
yeah.
But it's not all driven by religious fervor, right?
No, not at all. India also has a lot of really important non-religious festivals.
Okay, like what?
Well, they celebrate national holidays like Independence Day and Republic Day.
Right, those are big ones.
Yeah, they're occasions for national pride and unity.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have more recent additions like International Yoga Day and World Environment Day.
Okay, those are more about global issues.
Right. It shows how society is evolving and what people care about.
So it's not just about tradition, it's also about contemporary values.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you have all these regional non-religious festivals.
Absolutely. Like the Pushkar Camel Fair in Rajasthan.
The Camel Fall.
It's enormous. Traders and visitors come from all over the country and even from outside India.
What happens there?
Well, it's a livestock fair, so there are camels everywhere. Plus camel races, cultural performances, a big marketplace.
Wow.
It's a real spectacle.
So basically, they'll find any excuse to throw a party.
Pretty much, yeah. Like one of the sources we looked at said, in India, even a seasonal change is a reason to celebrate.
Uh-huh. That's perfect.
There's this inherent joy and a real strong sense of community that drives it all.
It's not just about following a calendar. It's about embracing life.
Exactly. It's about celebrating the natural rhythms of life.
The changing seasons.
The stories that have been passed down. It's about coming together and sharing those experiences.
So to recap, India has this unique global standing when it comes to festivals.
Yeah.
And those festivals are deeply connected to their diverse religious landscape, their incredible mix of regional cultures,
Right.
the long history of agriculture,
Yeah.
and this philosophy that embraces both joy and remembrance.
It's amazing.
But India isn't just observing festivals, they're celebrating a whole range of human experiences.
Right. They're celebrating emotions, the seasons, the stories they tell
Basically, they're celebrating life itself.
in all its different forms.
And that has a really positive effect on their society.
Definitely.
It brings people together.
Yeah.
It helps bridge social divides.
Absolutely.
And it even contributes to India's economy through tourism.
It's a win-win.
So I guess the takeaway here is that India has figured out something really special.
I think so.
This ability to find joy in everything.
And to make celebration a part of everyday life.
It's inspiring, isn't it?
It is. It makes you wonder how other cultures find their own ways to celebrate.
Yeah.
How do they integrate joy and remembrance and community into their daily lives?
Maybe we can all learn something from India's example.
Maybe we can.
Food for thought. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into India's incredible festival culture.
It was my pleasure.
Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.
See ya.